Guys, it's Jack Punkington, and today we're talking about Never the Crashes, Lessons in Grace and Violence. This came out last year. It came out in October, and it won my number one EP slash album of the year out of every band that I listen to pretty seriously. And I just re-listened to it because it's been a bit. I've been doing a deep dive on a couple other bands, and it still holds up. It's still probably one of my favorite albums of all time. And to be completely honest, I know they're working on new music, so I'm super excited. But I talked about this album a lot last year when I did a talk about the band, the album or the top 10 list, and then I think just something else. But I haven't actually done the review of the EP, and I want to give it a little bit of space. I haven't been super, on these. I wanted to give a little bit of time, so now is the time. It's 5 songs. It's just under 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it's 18 minutes and 46 seconds. So it's literally something that if you just want to zone out for a little mind break to relax, it's the perfect length for that. Starts off with Ash, which is a really hit-you-in-the-face heavy introduction to the EP. Then you have Pop Jesus, which is just a straight rock song. It's a little bit, not it's more mellow than Ash, but it's not a mellower song. It's just a good straight rock song. This was actually their first single off the EP that came out, I believe, around this time last year. And it was a good way to be let's bring in fans of more just rocky stuff. And then the single, which is the other single, which was Ash, came out in September to get people excited for the EP. Then after Pop Jesus, you have Pulse. Pulse has this really cool intro, and I think it almost sounds like it's a phaser mixed with a wah kind of effect on the guitar, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And then after that, As If I Ever Could, another more rocky song. I'd say it's a little bit heavier than Pop Jesus, but the hook on that song is so catchy. I love it. And then, my favorite song off my favorite EP is Verona. I'm probably saying that wrong. Here's something interesting about this song. So, if any of you if you don't follow this band's made up a collection of a older band called Avenue Skies. Fun fact, I actually had a chance to audition to be the singer before I was in before I was in AIA and stuff, and I actually turned it down because I wanted to focus more on guitar. What a world that would have been if I would have auditioned and got in, because they were transitioning into Never the Crash. So it's funny. I was actually going through my text the other day, and I found the text from 3 or 4 or 4 years ago now from that, and I'm like, oh hey, that's funny, But yeah, this song originally started out as a Avenue Sky song, and they've just kind of had it in the vault, kind of a thing. And decided to redo it, change it up a little bit, modernize it, make it more Never the Crash. And it sounds phenomenal. It is so heavy, and I love every bit of the chorus on it is perfect. It's just chef's kiss. So I'm talking really fast. I'm going through this quickly because this is a short EP, and it still was my number one. Normally I could go into a little bit more in depth, but with it being so short, there's not really a reason to go into in depth on the EP. Mainly because I want you all to go and listen to it for yourselves. Go buy a copy. It's not, I think it was $10. I could be wrong. Check their website and support the band. But it is worth every bit of your time. They just announced a show, I think in March or April, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try and go see them, because it's actually been a minute since I've seen them live, and I'd love to see them. Eventually, I actually plan on getting not this symbol, but they have another one where it's just NTC tattooed right here on my wrist. So yeah, these guys are some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. They will sit and talk to you forever. The most energetic band I've seen that's like a metal band, because I would put them in metal. A lot of their inspirations are like Deftones mixed with just a lot of like 2000s like rock. It's interesting to think, but yeah, Deftones is like a big inspiration. I think they actually have a side gig where they're a tribute band to Deftones. I don't know what the name of it is called because I can't pronounce it. I'll put a link into the description of this video to their Facebook page. Go follow and check them out. But they, like I said, some of the nicest guys. The most energetic guy, Don Dobos. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. Sorry, Don. Is literally the coolest dude I've ever seen, like, on stage. He can jump so high. It's crazy. Like, I'm like, dude, I wish I had your energy on stage. He just rocks out, like, super hard. Yeah, and I like his whole aesthetic. His whole thing is purple. Like, his guitar is purple. He wears 9 times out of 10 like a purple flannel, purple Converse. His amp is purple. It's really cool. Yeah, go check this EP out. Go check this band out. They are worth every minute of your time. I cannot wait for their new stuff that's coming out. That's got me super excited. So, anyway, guys, Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, everybody.